Comics, the thrilling day-to-day adventures of your favorite comics characters, Danny March, Space Barton, and Kid Champion. Danny March, private arm of the law, and his crusade against crime.
I'm Danny March, private investigator, and my bailiwick is Metro City. For all intents and purposes, when I left the office, I became Tom Doolin. When I arrived at the Grotto Cafe and saw Charlie Milch, I almost imagined I was the dead convict I was impersonating. All I had to do was start acting like him. You see, Milch was the baby I felt sure heisted the 2 bundles of paper from the Imperial Company. Paper that could be used to turn out almost perfect negotiable securities or money. As I said, I went into the act.
Looked to me like you done that on purpose, Shrimp.
Would you like to know what happened to the last guy who called me that?
Now, look, you...
Maybe you ought to know for future reference. As for you, mister, I said I was sorry. Now keep your cheap hoodlums out of my way. Charlie Milch just stood there, his big cow face gawking. Then he kind of pulled himself together, trying to act like a man of distinction.
Hoodlums?
Now, don't look at me like I had 2 left ears. Hoodlums written all over his monkey face.
You talk like you've been around, my friend.
Enough to know that if you had any sense, Mr. Milch, you'd hire somebody with finesse, with schmaltz and something to back it up.
Come, let's not be modest. Let's admit you're talking about you.
Oh, you're so right, Charlie. You catch on real quick. If you're interested, I'll see you in a minute. I got an important call to make. I left Milch standing there with the manager of the grotto running toward him. In the telephone booth, I got hold of Reggie.
Yeah? How'd you make out, Danny?
Just introduced myself with the Tom Doolin specialty.
Oh, my, the poor guy. Is he still alive?
Now, look, Pally, I think I'm in. This place is almost a wreck, and they're out there talking it over with the manager.
You're making me feel awful lonesome, boss.
I may not be able to call you again soon, so listen carefully.
Wait till that Shrimp comes out of there. I'll kill him.
If I were you, Sparky, I'd be careful not to call him Shrimp again.
Gentlemen, you can't expect me to tolerate a disturbance like this. You can't expect...
Forget it. We expect nothing we can't pay for. Just a misunderstanding.
Yes, but...
Beat it.
Yes, of course.
You letting him get away with this? That...
Not Shrimp, Sparky. Might land you on your back.
And finally, Reggie, call the mayor at his private number and tell him I've made contact. He'll understand.
You're pretty sure of yourself, ain't you?
So far, so good. In fact, right at the moment, Cowface is waiting for a word with me. So long, Reggie. Keep your muscles molded. I may need them. I walked up to Milch, and he held his hand out. I was almost tempted to give the old Doolin routine, but instead I said, "Oh, you boys still here?"
As I interpret it, whatever your name is, you made me a proposition.
The name is Doolin. Tom Doolin. The proposition still goes. That is, if you're interested in professional talent.
Why, you...
Yes, Sparky. Let's go to my hotel. Talk it over.
Why? What's the matter with this place? We're only talking business. Besides, if I suddenly turn into a corpse, I want somebody to find me quick.
Don't get edgy, Doolin. You ring true to me. I just want to talk to you privately. I want to make very sure I'm going to get what I pay for.
Stand by for Space Barton. Space Barton on Mars and beyond.
Space Barton reporting. Our rocket ship Vulcan was surging beyond the Earth's atmosphere. Before my course was deflected by an asteroid, I was headed for the cosmic corridor, a breakthrough point to the orbit of Mars where I could contact that planet. But now, with the radio beam to Professor Deinhardt blotted out, I was lost. Jackie, my kid brother, who was crazy enough to stow away, had to be told the cold truth. Jackie, if we can't get through to the professor for a recheck on our position, the Vulcan might be lost in space forever.
You mean we just float in space like a planet?
That's right, Jack. A man-made planet.
Oh, I'll try the radio again, Stella, but if I can't reach space this time, I want you to run home to bed, a good girl.
As long as there's a chance we'll hear from space, I'm going to stay right here.
Well, I suppose even a scientist's daughter has a right to be unreasonable when she's in love.
Father, why must men go to Mars? Don't we have enough problems here on Earth?
It's the age-old question, my dear. When the Wright brothers invented the airplane, people wanted to know why. We have enough trouble on the ground, they said.
That was different.
It's always different. Today we have jet planes that can circle the globe in hours.
What can that mean to me or space if he should...
Vulcan, calling Earth. Barton to Dinehart.
That's space. The radio beam is clearing up. Oh, thank heaven.
You still feel you must talk to him, Stella?
No, you're right, Father. It might upset him. It'll be enough just to hear his voice and know he's still safe.
Observatory, calling the Vulcan. Dinehart to Barton. Your signal clear now. Come in, Barton.
You're coming through, too, Professor.
Make every word count while contact holds.
Had to use rocket motors to swerve Vulcan and avoid collision with astral body. Serious loss of fuel for maneuver. Also off course. Position reading, Nocturius point 0746. Over.
Fuel loss serious. May mean crash landing. Check indicators with these figures to regain position.
Okay. Checking, Professor.
Heading 300. 3 gravities per second. Counterclockwise course from Earth. When your instruments hit 3.3 in unison, you're back in position.
Got it, Professor. I'll get back on the beam.
Good luck, Space.
How are things down there?
It's very late at night. Every one of 35 billion stars seem to be shining.
You ought to see them up here. Before I leave you, Professor, will you do me a favor?
Name it, my boy.
Maybe I should have told Stella about our project.
And I could let you speak with her, you know.
No, that's out. I might come blasting right back. Just tell her, you know.
Yes, I know, Space. I'll be hearing from you.
Don't worry, Professor.
It took a lot of willpower for you not to speak, didn't it, dear?
Father, will you show me the planet Mars and over?
Certainly. But I can assure you it'll be a little while before he gets there.
I just want to see it and say a little prayer.
And now for Kid Champion.
I'm Lucky Skinner, hard luck fight manager. Well, I finally found a boy I think I can develop into a champion. But so far, the boy hasn't agreed to fight for me. What's more, he won't even tell me his name. After a workout in Dorgan's gym, the gambler Pollard offered him $50 to meet his boy, Georgie Shattuck, in a preliminary the following week, and the kid jumped at it. Well, I gave it to the kid straight right then. Either I was to be his manager or not. The kid looked at me, then he said,
Where's Pollard gone?
Out to bring in Georgie Shattuck, I guess. What's that got to do with my question?
There was a Georgie Shattuck back in Toledo.
Look, kid, I want an answer.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Well, you've been good to me, Mr. Skinner. Tell you what I'll do. I'll let you manage me for one fight, then we'll see.
That won't do, kid. It's all or nothing.
It's all or nothing with me, too. When I said I wanted to get to be champ in 1 year, I meant just that.
Listen, kid, they don't get to be champs in 1 year.
It's possible, isn't it?
Well, maybe on a long shot, but...
Then I'll make it on the long shot. With the right manager.
Easy. Here's Pollard. Georgie Shattuck was with Pollard, a square-built, blocky, tough-looking boy. I noticed the kid gave a little start when he saw him. And Pollard said...
This is the kid who wanted to know if you was from Toledo, Georgie.
Yeah, I'm from Toledo. What of it?
Nothing?
Hey, you're from there, too, ain't you? I've seen you there somewhere.
Makes no difference where I'm from.
Oh, smart boy, eh?
We were talking about a preliminary, Mr. Pollard.
$50 to you, kid, if you meet Georgie in the first prelim.
Wait a minute, Pollard. Next week's far too soon for this kid to fight.
It's now or nothing. Well, what about it?
Pretty boy's scared.
The kid gave Georgie another look. Georgie should have got wise, but he didn't. He went on.
I want somebody that'll give me some competition. This guy's yellow all the way through.
It was an old gag, the oldest in the business, but the kid fell for it.
Yellow, huh? I'll show you how yellow I am.
Hey, kid! Georgie came up fast and went after the kid, who turned loose a haymaker. It missed, and then Georgie hit him with a right, and the kid went down.
That's enough. That fixes your boy, Skinner. We'll find somebody that can give Georgie a battle.
The kid got up slowly.
I'll meet him, Pollard. And the $50 is okay with me.
Okay. Come on, Georgie, let's go.
You're hurt, kid?
No. Sorry, Mr. Skinner. I lost my temper.
Yeah, you sure did. But maybe it's a good thing this happened, kid. Maybe now you'll realize that you can't lick the world till you learn how.
I can take Shattuck. I know I can. You can teach me enough in a week's time.
He's a tough boy.
But I gotta get started, Mr. Skinner.
There was desperation in the kid's voice. But why, kid? Why?
Never mind why. Well, you go along with me?
As your regular manager?
All right, I'll take a chance.
Good. It's all against my better judgment, kid. But I'll match you with Georgie Shattuck for next week. Well, finally, I had the kid's answer. Was I a happy Irishman? And all I had to do was make him the world's champion in 1 year's time.
Be sure and join us again for the next thrilling episode of Telecomics.